Good morning, folks. Rodney here. Hope everybody is doing well today. We got Okie Tom, we got Rabbit, we got Tej Giggles and Drones. Tej, good morning. Okie Tom, good morning. Steve, SJM Drones and Media, good morning. Hope you guys' day has started out well. If you watched our sunrises this morning, hopefully that helped make it a good day or a good start anyway. Michael Blade, FPV. Good morning, my friend. How you doing? So, as you can probably hear, I got my printer going. Let me just there. That's not so glary back there. Anyway, well, Dominic's not going to be with us this morning. I guess his yesterday. He went to one of their football games, and he said he yelled himself hoarse. And I told him, well, us old folks can't yell like we used to when we were young bucks. And he kind of chuckled and said, yeah. So he's not going to be sitting. He's not going to be in on the panel with us this morning. He may be in the chats. If he was smart, he'd be asleep. But anyway, so right now I'll just be by myself until somebody comes in. Bent Urel Productions, good morning. What I might do, maybe, is I'll put the link, and if you care to join, I'll put the link in the chats. So feel free to go Navy. Morning, Rod. I believe that's the link. Tomas, good morning. Morning, Rod.
Good morning. Shut the audio off on YouTube.
I'm sorry.
I said I needed to shut the audio off on YouTube. I got out and shot the sunrise. Got all the time for your show.
You did? All right. Morning, Peter.
Morning, Rodney. Morning, Hot Rod.
I think Peter was shooting the sunset.
No, that was quite a while ago.
Oh, so you were shooting the sunrise too?
Somewhere
in between.
Not up early enough to do the sunrise.
You were shooting the moon. Got it.
I was shooting something.
Northside Hawk, good day. Dominic, yeah, like I said, Dominic's not joining us today. He's got a hoarse voice, so he's asked to sit this one out.
You know why, right, Rodney?
From yelling at the football game.
Yeah. He went to the footy game last night.
Yeah.
So
his team must have lost again.
Yellow Rose Drones, good morning. Wow, only 3 hours of sleep, man. What's up with you, Lee? Anyway, so what are the big plans for today, Rod?
Not sure yet. I had a couple ideas in my head. We'll see whether I do anything or just stay home and try to stay cool. It's freaking been hot here. I mean, we've had heat warnings every day for like a week.
Yeah, it's been warm up here too. Peter, it looks like you're outnumbered this morning.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Hi, Dennis.
I forgot I have my earbuds. Give me a thumbs up if you hear me.
Loud and clear.
Sorry
Very
about
loud and clear.
that.
There. How about thumb sideways?
Oh my. Backward.
Rod, I don't see how you can sit there with that sun shining in your eyes like that.
There's not much I could do about it. I got 10-foot windows on the back of my house, and the curtains just, yeah.
Oh, that's real?
It is
I always thought that was
real.
an image. Hey there, everybody.
Well, the sun in the background is just a background, but the sun on my face is very real.
Oh, got it. Yeah, that happens to me from time to time, but not so much because the woods blocks it. The
The
woods
back of my
block it.
house faces east towards the ocean, and well, with 10-foot tall windows, it lets lots of light in.
Yeah. That's too bad that your window faces. I'm sorry for you.
Oh, I know. It's just terrible getting up and getting on the computer in the morning and having to stare at such beauty.
Yeah, it's got to be tough. Got to be tough. It's a tough life, but somebody's got to live it, right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I should probably flip. I don't know if I'd have to turn the background off on the webcam.
Yeah, that was a nice sunrise you had there this morning, Rodney.
Sorry?
That was a nice sunrise you had there this morning.
Oh, man, wasn't it beautiful?
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah, that was gorgeous. Mine wasn't half bad either, but it doesn't compare to the one that Rodney was getting.
No, yours wasn't bad either when you keep your drone oriented.
Oh, crap. I forgot.
I forgot I have to be somebody else somewhere else. I have to be somebody else. That's it.
This webcam, the webcam doesn't do so well staring into the sun like that. I forgot about that.
If you move that webcam up about, maybe 2 inches, and then I don't know if it's going to be left or right, you'd be covering your eyes. The shadow.
Yeah. I can duck down,
There
right?
you go.
Actually, I can.
Thinking, yeah.
That's as high as my monitor goes. So that's what I do some mornings. Is I set the monitor all the way up to sort of block the sun out of my eyeballs. But
Lance Cadena put a link in the chat. Rodney, 5 years ago, his daughter reached out to Taylor Swift when she was going to, and he sent a link to what happened. I haven't seen it myself.
She's coming here, I think, this year sometime. Unfortunately, they've been selling tickets to her concerts recently. Yeah.
I guess she's going to be in Seattle tomorrow again, and so I have some learning to do to try to find some Taylor Swift song.
Lance, can I share this video with you or with everybody?
Yeah, I was so disappointed I missed out on getting the tickets, but that's the way it goes.
Rabid Rabbit is in the chat.
Northside Hawk says, well, he deleted it. Yes, and you need audio. Okay. All right. So here we go.
Here we go.
Can you see me all right, by the way?
Hang on a minute. All right. Now here we go.
Well, it took a lot of emails and some creative planning to get one devoted fan to concert.
Our very own Natalie Swayze has the story.
Super exciting. It's my first concert.
In this one,
I worked on my car.
you have the devoted,
The more ridiculous the costume, the better chance you have to meet Taylor.
the faithful Taylor Swift fans.
I love her music. It's gotten me through some hard things, so I really like it, and that's why I'm here.
But missing from the crowd are best friends Catherine Cadena and Cora Casperson. They bought tickets and for months planned to be right here on this night. But everything changed the first week of April when 13-year-old Cora was diagnosed with cancer, stage 2 Hodgkin's lymphoma.
The doctor felt that it would be dangerous for her to be exposed to everyone going through the turnstiles and getting to her seats.
Because chemo treatments compromised Cora's immune system, it forced her friend to be creative. Kathy, who's known Cora since they were 3 years old, sent an email to King 5 explaining the problem. King 5 put her in touch with South King Fire and Rescue.
We go on many calls every day, and usually it's somebody's worst day quite often, and this gets to be a chance to make it somebody's best day. So that's a real great change for us.
Captain Jeff Bellinghausen says firefighters volunteered to help. The fire chief said he'd pay for the gas, and they put an extra aid car to special use.
Hey, are you Cora? Cora, my name's Jeff. How are you doing?
They showed up at Cora's front door, ready to give her a germ-free ride.
I didn't think I was going to get to go to this concert because of all the people and all the potential germs. And Catherine made it happen.
With her best friend by her side, they made the trip from Federal Way to Seattle, a first-class ride that avoided the crowds and ended with one more surprise. Before Taylor took the stage, she took time to meet Cora and Catherine.
Moment of the year.
A night that almost didn't happen is now one Cora will never forget. In Seattle, Kathleen Swaby, King 5 News.
Wow.
Memories of that.
That's a cool story.
Wow. That
It is.
a story. Stories like that always get me teared up.
Yeah.
So let me say hello to some people out in the chat. Rabbit, hello again. Brad Austin, Johnny Drone Flyer. Good morning. Ben Cartwright. Good morning. Tommaso Sullivan. Anyone else I miss? No, I think I got everybody. If I missed you, I apologize. Huh?
Lance Cadena said fully recovered, and they are going together tomorrow to see Taylor.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Praise God.
Yes. Praise God. Yes, sir. All right. That's better. So, Brad, in answer to your question, I'm printing a antenna holder for my baby hawk. And I know I haven't been playing with Tinkercad yet. I looked at it yesterday while I was at work, but never got a chance to look at it again. So maybe if I get a chance today, I'll look at it and see if I can't figure it out. So anyway. So, Gene Fox, Green Mountain Droning. Good morning.
Hey, Gene Fox.
So, Dennis, what you got planned for today?
Nothing. I have some computer work that I need to get done. One of my servers decided to this power supply decided to give up the ghost.
Wow.
And I have a spare power supply, so I'm going to be rebuilding that. This is a little ITX format. It's just, most people don't
You
know.
need skinny fingers.
Many.
Yes, you do. It's a very tiny
There's
thing.
no room inside those cases.
That's correct, and it holds 8 disk drives. It's a 28 terabyte system that I have, RAID protected, but yeah, in order to get to that power supply, so it's a day's work for me. So.
Yeah, I want to
Joe
get one of those Synologies.
Joe Fodolio's in the house. Hey, good morning, Joe. He's working in
This is
Tennessee this week. The next few weeks, I understand.
This is a little Silverstone box with a ASRock ITX motherboard. Yeah. For those who care.
Yeah,
I'll just stick with my little Apple Mini. That does everything I want to do for the moment. Very happy with that.
I have a mini studio.
Yeah.
I really like that. Some of the things that Apple decides to do that just frustrating. But
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just,
But yeah, the
just got a
the
message from Thomas
capability.
O'Sullivan while he's here. Just commiserations for these the Irish soccer team the other night. They put up a good fight, but they weren't quite good enough. All right, that's about it.
oh,
That's in the Women's World Cup soccer.
oh, okay. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is that the footy game Dominic was watching?
No, that's totally different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, this is the international sort of World Cup for the women's soccer from countries all over the world. Yeah. And Australia played Ireland on Thursday night, I think it was, and Australia won. But it's a good game.
You were talking about Australia versus Ireland last week, but that wasn't women's, was it?
Yeah, it was women. Yeah. That was before the game.
The same
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, same game. Yeah.
You know Rabbit? That's the first time I ever remember seeing that name. That's not Jack Rabbit, right?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
That's not Scott. Hi, Lee, Yellow, everybody.
Got my coffee out of the bottle this morning or this evening. This is the first glass of wine that I've had this year.
Rick Halber.
Mm.
I have a Rick Halber song in my playlist. I didn't get to it today. It's not a Rick Halber song. He introduced me to several songs, but one that's really stuck with me is My Old Yellow Car, a Dan Seals number.
What song was that? My Old Yellow Cat?
My Old Yellow Car.
Oh, My
Car.
Old Yellow Car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bob Casey.
Hi, Bob.
Still enjoying my flag, Bob.
Yeah, he's making one for me.
Is he?
Yep. And I'm gonna pick it up at the Minefield. Coming up
Cool.
in August.
That's
I
right.
don't
He
know
makes
if I
those.
asked you.
He makes those timber ones, doesn't he?
Yeah. They look real nice too.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, those are really
Have you
nice.
seen mine, Peter?
Sorry?
I'll show you. I always like to show that. I don't know if I answered. I will be able to go to Minefield.
Oh,
That'll be
good.
my first excursion to Minefield. So,
Good.
yeah, looking forward to that. So my flag, Peter, is right here. I just need to turn this camera around. Settings. There we go. Right there.
All right. Wow.
Yeah, that's Bob Casey made that flag.
Yeah, he does a good job on those.
Yeah.
He does.
Looks great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that drone made up? Is that mined field or minefield, as in like a coal mine or something?
It's mine.
Okay.
That's an event held every year around Ken Heron's birthday.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've heard of it before. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a place in Kentucky.
Right.
That's
for that.
It's Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee. Sorry. Yeah, get those two confused. I have to go through both. Yeah. So
that's that place that old guy's got. There's got all those stuff all over the place, and all this construction stuff everywhere. Things he's built or something.
Yeah, he's got water towers.
Yeah.
Smoke watch towers.
Yeah. Good for the FPV guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might even leave my drones at home. I'm just going to spend time.
Yeah.
It is pretty much a TV event, I think.
I'll bring a couple of my FPV drones and my Mavic
I
Air 2.
will, yeah.
That's probably about all I'll bring. But yeah, I'm going to attempt to fly through that thing with my FPV drones. Ought to be.
All right.
I just got to pick one I want to be the sacrificial lamb.
The most crashable one, right?
Yeah.
Brad Austin says he'll hang out with you.
Cool. Yeah, I do the same thing. I go there expecting to fly. I mean, at South Florida and not so much spin up, but also there a little bit and almost none. So
Yeah, the last time you and I went to the South Florida drone meetup, I think I flew maybe twice the whole day. Once at
Yeah.
sunrise, and then once out there, and I flew out over the water, almost hit a mast of a boat, and came back and decided, well, if I'm going to be doing that kind of stuff over water, I might as well just land it right now. So
that's a good point. So I forgot about sunrise. I guess I'll be bringing the Maverick 3. We'll figure out some place to do sunrise.
well, I was kind of thinking there at the hotel.
Yeah, you're familiar. I've never been there, so I have no idea.
I'll send you
None
the
whatsoever.
information.
Okay. Thank you.
What Brad says there is, I take my drones to all events and hardly ever fly at any of them. Yeah,
Social butterfly is a very apt of B-Rad. I hope that doesn't make you feel badly that I say that, because that's just perfect for you.
It's probably more of a social event than anything anyway, isn't it?
It is. It is, yeah. And if everybody flew, I mean, how many people were there last time? 100?
Oh, well, Chris Hope lost a drone there because he went up to
You're
fly.
talking about Minefield. I'm talking about
somebody
South.
powered up and interfered with his stuff. So,
Right.
and that's one of the risks when you fly around with other droners, I guess.
Bring your own chair or table. Okay, cool. I have a couple of chairs I can bring, so I'm glad you mentioned it.
Hey, the good news for Chris is DJI is going to make that Phantom 4 V2 remote ID compliant.
Do what?
Nice.
They're going to make the Phantom 4 V2 remote ID compliant.
Oh, and who's that good news for? Oh, Chris Hope.
Chris Hope, because he flies his Phantom, so he won't need to attach a module to it.
So Bob Casey, what I'll do is rent a U-Haul and bring my lazy boy.
You just need to buy a big RV, you know.
I don't have a lazy boy, but I figured the joke was worth it.
Hey, Joe Fodolio, are you gonna show up at Minefield? Are you gonna take that weekend off and show up there? So, yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting some new people and meeting up with some old ones. Meeting new friends and all right, Joe's gonna be there. All right.
Nice.
That's one thing, going back to, we take our drones to these meetups and then we hardly fly, but I'm like you and Brad. Once I get there, I just start talking. I want to talk to people. That's really all I'm that interested in, but it can be fun. So But I'm looking forward to it. And then, of course, we got Spin Up in October. Are you going to be at Spin Up? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you are. You are. Yeah, we've already talked about that.
Right. I'm going to drive Al Duran to Spin Up, and he's going to drive. I'm joking.
He's going to do what?
I'm going to drive Al Duran to Spin Up, and he's going to drive me crazy.
You know, hey, you got to be good at something, right? And that's what he's good at.
It's Al Duran.
Poor Al's not even in here to
I know, he's not here to defend himself.
So, well, I'll be riding down with. I'm driving down with him, or actually, I guess Brad is driving, I guess, and I'll be with him and Al. So, did you say something, Dennis?
I said to Minefield.
Oh, to Minefield, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Cool.
to Spin Up, I'll fly into Austin Thursday night, and then spend the Saturdays or Friday, Saturday, and Sunday there, and fly out on Monday morning.
Well, that'll be good. What time are you arriving on Friday?
Well, I'll already be there Friday, but Thursday I'll be there.
Thursday.
Yeah, hang on a minute. I can look real quick.
You got to go downtown to that one street. You can pop in and out of all the pubs and listen to all the jazz music and other stuff.
Not been there, done that. Not interested anymore. So, when I worked for Eden Semiconductor Operations, Rod.
Yeah.
I had to go to training. We had my company had a training facility there in Austin, and I went down there for training, and one of the guys that I was with had grown up there, but he worked in Arlington, Texas. That's in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex.
Yep.
And he took me around to all these college bars. And of course, me being an old salty sailor, all these young, stupid college kids got on my nerves the wrong way, and they had to pull me out because I was ready to kill them all.
Yeah, that one street, I don't remember what the name of it is, but all the
I think it's called 6th Street.
But they have all that live music stuff in all the places down there.
Yeah. Okay, so I leave Richmond at 12:40 p.m. on Thursday, and I arrive at 2:25 p.m. in Austin.
Nice. Must be a direct.
Oh yeah, actually no, it's via. I'm sorry. I arrive in Austin at 6:55. I have a layover in Atlanta.
You better hope the weather's good that day.
I arrive in Atlanta at 2:25.
I know somebody in Atlanta.
Who's that?
I do too.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just realized my layover in Atlanta is like I get there at 2:25 and my plane doesn't leave until 5:30. Man, I got like
3 hours.
Wow.
Spend a bit of time in the bar. Have a few drinks.
I won't be around, so.
I know you'll be on the road.
Well,
Are you still planning on going on Thursday?
No, I'm not sure now. Yeah, because we have the hotel from Thursday night, right?
Yeah, from Thursday to Sunday night.
Yeah. Probably. It's up to what Al, because like I said, I am driving Al. Depends what he's going to do. I'm not sure.
Gotcha. All righty. But yeah, I didn't realize that flight leaving Atlanta was so late. I still get into Austin pretty early, so maybe when I get to Atlanta, I can catch an earlier flight.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Well, when you arrive in Atlanta, they'll be fixing to go, and then
They'll be what?
they'll be fixing to go,
Fixing to go.
take off, and then what you're leaving about 4 o'clock, something like that. They should be ready to take
5:30.
5:30. Yeah, they should be ready by then to take off.
I sure hope so.
This is Georgia, so.
Don't they have any direct flights?
They do, but I had to plan my schedule around my work.
Okay.
So if I could have gotten a direct flight, but I would have to leave like at 5 o'clock in the morning,
Oh, okay.
which normally wouldn't bother me because whenever I do fly like that, I always try to fly real early in the morning.
Yeah.
So I like to get to the destination and have time to relax before I have to get into things, right?
Yeah.
The other part of that is you also tend to avoid thunderstorms and things like that if you take the early flights. And if things do get messed up, you're still likely to get there the same day. If it's a later in the afternoon flight and things get messed up, forget it. You're probably not getting there till the next day.
So,
Especially with current load rates, the
Yeah.
way they have the flights set up now.
so I'm flying Southwest. I tried looking at American, but American has just gotten so expensive.
Is that right?
Oh man, I mean it would have been like, I don't know, close to $600 one way.
Oh,
Wow.
one way.
Yeah,
And to go back.
go back kind of varied, but it depended on what time I actually wanted to leave. But I think the early morning flights they charge more for because that's when most people are trying to get their flights out. Because a lot of people that travel for business on the weekdays,
Yeah.
Yep.
they try to fly early.
Mondays and Fridays, though. You're going on a Thursday, so it's a little different.
I don't know. A lot of, especially in Atlanta, a lot of tech people leave on Thursday.
Evening, right?
Well, that's true. Thursday afternoon, anytime after 3 o'clock on Thursday.
Yeah,
is not a
yeah,
good
yeah.
time to
Thursday
do it.
evening. Yeah, that I believe.
So there's the finished product.
All right. Yeah, I used to be one of those tech people that spent all their Thursdays in the airport.
Mm-hmm. I usually flew Sunday afternoons, and then Thursday evenings tended to be my five-day weeks. I did that for like 20 years. If you could get stuck in an airport, Minneapolis airport isn't bad because of the shopping center in the middle.
Nice.
It's a good way to that little shopping area is a good way to kill time. I don't know that I really enjoyed trying to kill time in the Atlanta airport.
The thing I don't like about the Atlanta airport is it's always so crowded.
Oh, it's always packed. Always
I
packed.
mean, always.
It is.
I remember one time when I was a smoker, I flew into Atlanta and I went to the smoke lounge.
Yeah.
I walked in and it was standing room only. I mean, people were like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I'm like, geez.
You know, they have two smoking. I don't know if they still do. They used to have two smoking areas in the Atlanta airport. And I always got a kick out of it. One of them is in Terminal B. It's B9.
P9.
I always thought that was funny. What a great place for.
Hey, Mel, 400 AGL in the house.
Hi, Mel.
Hey, hi, Mel.
Brother?
It's Mr. Mel.
That's Mr. Mel to me.
Whenever I had a 2-hour plus layover.
You know, Brad, that's actually not a bad idea. That's probably the least crowded area is the walking zone downstairs by the tram.
I've done that many times from E to A.
It also tends to be cooler down there, like when it's in the
It is
summer
cooler.
too.
Nice.
So you can go down there and find a spot and try to find an electrical outlet, plug in, and hang out for a while.
But I don't remember any place to sit down there.
Floor.
That works.
Hi to Johnny Drone Fire.
Johnny. I saw Ron Lockwood in your stream, Dennis. I wonder where he's at.
Did you? Missed him. I didn't see Dominic in my stream either.
Yes,
He
I
was in
think. Yeah, he was there. He was in the chat.
Was he?
Yeah.
I miss so much. I know I do. Find out later. Oh, not only was this person who requested, I missed. So
You need an assistant to monitor the chat for you.
no, there's a lot going on. There is truly a lot going on. And
I can
I
imagine.
miss
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah.
Actually, Dennis, I remember where I used to go if I had a bunch of time. I used to go over to the e-concourse, which is the international concourse. A hell of a lot more restaurants and a little bit of shopping right there as you
Right.
get up the escalator right there in that one area in the middle.
Right next to duty free, yeah, there's other shopping. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they have the tax-free stores?
Yeah, they have a duty free store. It's also in Terminal E.
But you have to prove that you're actually traveling international.
No.
Right? No, really?
You're behind security at that point. You
Yeah.
can go there and hang out and go back to wherever you're going. So
But to buy tax free, you have to be flying internationally. You can buy it at the
got
store.
it.
Yeah.
You can't buy it free.
Curtis Dart, the Kira Show. Warren, good morning. Oh,
Hey,
Warren.
Warren.
Says they got an air show in his town this morning or today, this weekend.
Okay.
Not good for flying drones. Oh, unless you're 5 miles away. Okay.
Have a good
Talk
walk,
to you later,
Brad.
Brad.
That's where the 7X optical on the
Pretty
Mavic
tough.
3 comes into play.
Pretty comfortable out there today. And apparently for you as well, Rodney.
Yeah, it was really nice
Yeah.
for a change. Heck, I may get all my chores done early and then go over to the church and get we have another visiting pastor tomorrow, and we've actually got his PowerPoint presentation, 2 days in advance instead of 2 minutes.
No way.
And
a preacher. What?
yeah,
Hire that guy.
but actually I don't recall hearing this guy preached, so I'm not sure if I was missing that Sunday when he preached or what. But
Actually, that's not fair of me. Our preacher, he has his notes posted a week ahead of time, so he does. Read them on the web.
Curtis Dart says, I now have 5 ROVs. My Navy is larger than some third world country. Dre, Recovery One Drones, good morning.
So I hope you live near water, Curtis. I was very interested in getting one of those, but I have no place to use it. I just think it would be fun if, you know.
Oh, well, he lives out in the I think in near Seattle, Tacoma area.
Okay.
So he
Oh, okay.
definitely has plenty of water to.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a little bit of water to his west. No.
Yeah. Well, not only to his west, but right there where he's at, because Seattle sits on the Puget Sound, which is practically an ocean in itself.
That's true.
You know what's interesting? I read an article not that long ago. They discovered that there's a layer in the Earth's core that has more water than is in the oceans.
Huh.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I thought too, Dennis. I was just like, wow, that's interesting.
Somebody he needs to rewrite that Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Yeah, exactly.
So is it fresh water or salt water? Because I know in the
Mineral water
States,
there.
in the Midwestern states, there's the big aqueduct, natural aqueduct, which is a big pool of big lake of water that's pretty big. It covers like 5 states.
The little town that I grew up in, just outside of, well, they call it a village because it was that small. They hit an artesian well with a post hole digger.
Wow.
That's how much water that place was floating on top of.
Now, wait a minute on this post hole digger.
Dug the hole and hit an artesian well. All the water you want.
Yeah, we've got a huge artesian basin in the centre of Australia under the desert areas there that a lot of the farmers and that use. You know, they drill into it for their water supply, but as I say, it's very, very, very hard water, very difficult to get, you know, soap to lather in it and that sort of stuff. Lots of minerals in it.
Yeah, I think the water table was about 3 feet underground in that area.
So this layer, Rod, I'm fascinated. I looked that up later, but is that supposedly circumference? I mean, completely around.
Yeah. It's a spongy rock layer that's got more water than the actual oceans hold.
So everywhere we walk, we're actually walking on water. I mean,
yeah, water, magma, and a few other things.
But yeah, I understand. I mean, it's not like walking on water, but
yeah, that was an interesting discovery. That there's a watery, rocky trapped that has more water than the oceans.
Peter Teej wants to know if I know the answer. You both live in Melbourne.
Yeah. I was just going to answer him on that. Yeah, I live in the same city as Dominic, but I'm probably about maybe as far like a car drive, maybe 3/4 of an hour or so, depending on traffic. Yeah, so same city, but the big city of 5 or 6 million people or something. So
in Atlanta, 3/4 of a mile means you're right next door. Sorry, 3/4 of an hour means you're right next door. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the traffic in Atlanta is horrid.
It's crazy.
I
live out in the burbs, thank God, but yeah.
Yeah, I did too. I lived up by Cumming, but my office was down by exit 8 in Roswell off of 400.
Oh, wow.
Holy crap. Try to get down that way is freaking impossible.
Cumming. So you're right next door to my son, Sugar Hill.
Yeah, I was west of Cumming, about 7 miles west.
Okay. So yeah, you're
right off of 20. Right off of 20.
Very familiar with Lake Lanier.
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, we kind of split. We were kind of, I don't know whether we were closer to Lanier or, God, what's that other one?
Altamira?
Yeah. A little further west.
I think Altamira. I haven't been to that one yet, but it's supposed to be beautiful as Lake Lanier.
Researchers from Northwestern University and the University of New Mexico report evidence for potentially oceans worth of water deep beneath the United States. Though not in the familiar liquid form, the ingredients for water are bound up in rock deep in the Earth's mantle. Discovery may represent the planet's largest water reservoir.
Yep.
That must be the report you were reading.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Water trapped in the rock layer.
But the one I was talking about that's in the Midwestern portion of the United States is like a big lake underneath.
Yeah. There's that one underground lake. It's like what, Kansas, Nebraska, and
yeah,
kind of in the center.
Yep.
Tej used to live in Alpharetta. He knows what traffic is like too.
Oh
You used to
God.
live where?
Alpharetta. Yeah,
Alpharetta.
that's anywhere off of 400 is horrid. That's the worst traffic in Atlanta. By far the worst traffic in Atlanta.
I remember back in,
over a year at Point Cook. Were you trying to get from one place to another, or did you live there?
in 95, I believe it was, in 95 or 96, I drove to Pensacola, Florida to visit my son at the Pensacola Christian College there. And I got stuck in the traffic, lunchtime traffic in Atlanta. I swore I'd never go back there.
You know, the only time there's not traffic in Atlanta, and I have seen it, drive through that town at about 3-4 a.m. in the morning. Then you can get through town.
Well, I imagine, yeah.
At about 5:30 a.m., yeah, it's busy again. Everybody's going to work early. And the traffic starts picking up. So
yeah, Mel, actually I've lived in a small town like that.
Yeah.
In fact, Dahlgren, when I lived up there in Dahlgren, even on Fridays and Mondays, rush hour traffic usually consisted of about 10 cars.
Yeah.
Well, now that's not true because when the people that worked on the base left, there was always a big crowd of cars. So, but rush hour traffic on the 301 would be about 10 cars. Everybody else was either heading Fredericksburg or Maryland.
I lived in Simpsonville, South Carolina. It was the same way. Good days.
Let's see. Mad Props, good morning.
Morning. Speaking of living in South Carolina, morning.
Johnny says, when I have to wait for a red light twice, I am freaking out. Man, I tell you what, I've done that too. Uh-oh, Dennis disappeared.
He's gone.
Man, I can say since COVID, holy smolians, the traffic is bad in the Daytona area. It just multiplied out and hasn't disappeared. I think I kind of figured part of it out, though. Keep in mind, a lot of people got laid off because of COVID.
Yep.
And I think a lot of people went to Uber and Lyft and Uber Eats and the delivery service people. So there's a lot more cars running around trying to make a living as delivery.
Jim Stroning, good morning.
Jim Stroning.
Yeah, Steve Knowles, good morning.
Yeah, I've got to drive about 10 kilometres or so from towards the city before I come across a red light. It isn't too bad where I am.
The question is, how far are you from the beach?
Quite a way.
So you're north then?
Yeah, I'm north of the main city.
Yeah, gotcha.
Probably at least an hour or so, hour and a half maybe to get to the beach.
You're in Melbourne, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm on the outer north of it, sort of on the fringe of the metropolitan area, which is fine by me because it's nice and quiet up here.
Oh, I bet.
I bet.
It's one thing I like about this area that I live in. Even with all the new houses, it's still nice and quiet, except for
Yeah.
the roosters and the chickens and the turkeys. And
A few ducks. Yeah.
I liked it better when it was just regular bird noises, but people started adding chickens and turkeys and ducks.
Well, the turkeys were already there, just different form.
We have wild turkeys in our neighborhood.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, wild turkeys, and oh my God, the noisiest thing of all has got to be the sandhill cranes. If you've ever heard
yeah.
that, if you ever heard the pterodactyls in like Jurassic Park, I swear they recorded the sandhill crane to make that sound in the movie. Because that's exactly what they sound like, and you can hear those things from like 2 miles away when they're
I've
squawking.
had shouting contests with sand crane drones or sand cranes.
Yeah,
They're not afraid of you if you just walk up to them and start.
no, they're not for the most part. No, they're not very.
They stand almost as tall as I do. You know,
They do.
almost 6 feet. So I'm
And
not.
you know, I filmed them with my drone, and it's kind of interesting. I take the drone over, and they're kind of scared of the drone. But instead of taking off and flying, because they are a flying bird, they run, they walk, and they run away. And I'm like, hello, you're a bird. How come you don't fly away? Why are you walking? They're not the brightest birds.
So me and my grandson was out on the back porch putting some bird seed into one of the trash cans that my wife keeps it in when she feeds for feeding the birds. And this turkey actually came up on the porch, came up to me, and was begging. It's crazy. I was obviously a domesticated turkey.
Obviously.
And we have lots of deer, armadillos. What else wanders around?
So
It's kind of weird. We're between Palm Coast, which is one of the fastest growing cities in Florida, and Daytona. There's like, I don't know how many houses are out here, 500 plus, where they built our little thing, but we're still basically in the country. So
wow.
we have all the animals wandering around.
That reminds me of a joke my sister told. This duck walked into a hardware store. Said, "Got any duck food?" And the man said, "No, we're a hardware store. We have nails, hammers, ladders, but we don't sell duck food." The next day, the duck walked into the store again. "Got any duck food?" The man said, "No, I told you yesterday, we don't have duck food. We sell hardware. You know, we're a hardware store. We don't sell duck food." Third day, duck walked in there. He said, "Got any duck food?" He said, "Look, we don't sell duck food. And if I ask you one more time, I'm going to take one of these roofing nails over here and nail your feet to the floor." And so that duck didn't come back for the longest time. There was a storm. All the people around, you know, had to replace their roofs and so on. And the duck walked into the hardware store and said, "Got any roofing nails?" And I said, "No, we're all out of nails." He said, "Good. Got any duck food?" Was it a butterball turkey? Yeah, those the butterball turkeys, they need a lot of food.
Oh yeah, we have bobcats. One of the neighbors has a picture of a bobcat up in the northwest part of our.
Speaking of South Carolina, a bobcat killed one of my cats over there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And of course, with the lakes around, you always got to worry about the gators.
Right.
So I was over at the church one day flying my P4P, and my wife and her daughter was there. And all of a sudden I heard Callie say, "Look, there's a bear." And I'm like, you know, of course I'm paying attention to the drone. And I said, "There's no bears in this area." She goes, "No, really." And so I set the drone up to see if I could find it, and I never saw it, but got back home and got onto Facebook, and there were pictures of this bear, And one
Oh
of
my
the
goodness.
pictures was walking. It was walking across the church's field.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, the
Well,
Ocala
okay,
National
that's a
Forest
podcast.
isn't far from us, and they wander out of there all the time.
Huh.
Jim says they have bobcats in northern Canada.
Yeah, the bobcats are everywhere. Actually,
Yeah, they're kind of everywhere.
yeah.
What I haven't heard, ironically, is a jaguar or a panther.
There are a lot of jaguars in Everglades, right?
I'm not sure where they're at, actually.
That's what
They're
I
in
was-
Florida, so are the black panthers. I just don't know
I think
where
I
their
think
habitat is.
I think they're in the Everglades mostly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Now we got Google.
Wayne B has Sasquatch. We can't compete with that.
Hmm. Actually, wasn't there a story recently of somebody who got drone video of Sasquatch? And they were kind of saying the best video ever. I don't know. I still swear it's a guy dressed up in a suit, but whatever.
Florida panther.
When I was in South Dakota, I saw a T-shirt that says "Sasquatch saw me and nobody believes him."
They're certainly a pretty animal.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a black panther, right?
No, this one's not.
Oh,
Ooh, Toda.
That's a pretty animal right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Japanese word for that is Toda. Tora.
so they're probably in the Ocala forest too.
You kitty, kitty, kitty.
The Florida panther is a North American cougar population in South Florida. It lives
South
in
Florida. Okay.
pinelands, tropical hardwood hammocks, and mixed freshwater swamp forests. It is known under a number of common names, including Florida cougar and Florida puma.
Yeah.
Well, that area that you describe is pretty much everywhere south of Gainesville. The rest of Florida has that habitat.
Let's see.
Only big cats we have here in the zoo. It's about the only time you'll find one.
The Florida's Panthers' current status is this is the Black Panther. Florida Panthers' current status is listed as endangered. During the 1970s, only about 20 to 30 Florida Panthers remained in the wild. Today, there are just over 200 left in the wild.
Wow.
So they must be a native cat and not introduced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another pretty animal.
Yeah.
Looks
Imagine that thing wandering around at night.
Yeah. Right. I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
A shadow in the dark chasing you.
You see those big green eyes.
Interesting. Oh.
Matt Crops is talking to JoJo. I thought JoJo left his home in Arizona.
He did according to the Beatles, didn't he?
Yeah. Awesome.
Ben Cartwright says there's plenty of cougars in Miami Beach.
Okay, Ben, not those kind of
No endangered species there.
That's a
Mr.
good.
JRC.
That's a great comment. That's a great comment, though.
So I wanted to show you this picture, but it doesn't want to let me see it. So I guess I just won't be able to show it to you. So interesting.
Oh my goodness, it's pouring down rain.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. There was a risk of that when I did my live stream this morning. I was happy that that it didn't come to fruition, but that's what we have now.
Wow.
Actually, there's a bunch coming in your way.
Is that right?
Yeah, looking at the radar app, it's over by Birmingham and Tuscaloosa.
We could use it.
Mr. JRC, John, good morning. Leonard, JSK Enterprise. Good morning, guys.
Although it could slide just south of you.
Probably well. That Suwannee River pushes, for some reason, pushes things south.
Yeah, you know what really pushes it? And this is the same problem Phoenix has. The heat from the city.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, there's big heat bubble.
It follows the flow of the Suwannee River. That's the reason I said that. But
yeah, the Phoenix has this problem with storms going around it, is the big heat bubble over the city.
oh,
I'll bet Atlanta has similar kinds of challenges with
you're right.
sort of a big heat bubble over the town.
It didn't make sense to me that the river could have that effect, but it does make sense that the
city does, yeah. All the pavement and rooftops and everything else, right?
Right.
Holding the heat and just sort of, creates a big heat bubble right over top of town.
Yeah, there's plenty of pavement around there to warm things up.
yeah, exactly. and if they have their way, they put more pavement down because there's not enough pavement with all the cars.
They're working on it. Yeah.
Dennis, you must be out of coffee.
I am. My cup is emptied.
Yeah, you picked it up, took a drink, looked at it disgustingly, and then slammed it down. Like,
Well,
wow.
I was looking at this.
Oh, yeah, right. I got you.
Oh, that's a Rodney Bell cup.
Well,
love you, brother.
My Rodney Bell cup is bigger than your Rodney Bell
It
cup.
sure is. As well it should be, by the way.
If I took this to Minefield and fill it with coffee on Friday morning when we leave Richmond, I would probably still have coffee in it by Monday.
That's assuming that the coffee cup wasn't stolen by someone else on the way.
That's true.
That's what I should do. Fill my Rodney Bell cup up with red wine. That would.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I'll probably end up falling off the chair.
When the face is the color of your shirt, that's when you decide it's time to go to bed, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Wayne B, good morning.
Well, I suppose as hot as it's been down here, it's probably been even hotter up your way, Dennis. What, mid-90s?
It's been in the 90s, low 90s. But a lot of people experiencing high 90s, and 100 and like Chris Hope said, he lost his garden to 104 degree temperatures sustained.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow. Ours has been low to mid 90s. There was a couple of days where it got up over 100, but there wasn't many of them. Goodness.
I don't think I've seen above 93 this year yet.
The last couple of times I went over to the church to fly, I've flown inside the truck with the motor running and the air conditioner going.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the way to fly right there.
Yeah, UAV says we're supposed to be 90 at 11 a.m. this morning,
Tej, you have a good day, brother.
which probably means
bye, TJ.
93, 94 in the afternoon.
See you, Teach. So on the east coast of Florida, is it like the west coast, like around the Tampa area? If during the summertime, just about every day you can count on it raining about 3:00.
Yeah, it's the same.
About a half hour or so, and then that just
Usually about 3:00 to about 6:00. Won't rain the entire time, but it will. You'll have several thunderstorms pass by.
yeah.
That's pretty normal.
Maybe I misremember, but yeah, I remember that you could count on rain just about every afternoon.
Yeah, pretty much. The crazy one is when you get like 2-3 inches of rain in 30 minutes, which can happen.
Yes. Yeah.
When it decides to really rain, it's a downpour. It's basically our monsoon season.
Yeah. Tropical depression passing through. Excuse me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get those up north during the summertime, up in northern Queensland and Northern Territory. They get the hurricanes up there. They get the heaps of rain up there at times. I measure it in sort of hundreds of millimeters a day, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I just remember the name of that song. Try that in a small town.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Rodney posted a video that had that song in it, apparently.
Yeah, that song has created quite the controversy.
Yeah, like I don't know why, and I don't mean I don't talk politics at all. But
I consider talking about this on today's show. I did, but I'm holding my tongue.
I just thought it was interesting that without starting a discussion, I hope. I just thought it was interesting that people consider that a racist.
Yeah. I actually looked up the lyrics on that the other day because, as I said, Rodney, it was in his video, and I actually looked up the lyrics to see what it was all about. And as you're saying, I can understand, but I can't really understand the controversy over it.
Well,
yeah, I can't either. But whatever. Anyway, I like I said, I didn't mean to start politics. But I just wanted to say I don't understand that. I just don't.
The racist part. The racist part of that, what they're saying is racist because it's showing all the riots that happened in the 2020s in 2020 and 2021, right?
Well, not the song, but the video.
But the video, the background video that they were playing.
Oh, okay.
Plus, they also said that it's promoting lynching because that courthouse that they filmed in front of that is in like Columbia, Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
Back in 1927, or maybe it was even 1917, a young black man was lynched there, which is wrong at any time. But
right.
So they're saying that he is promoting racism, violence, and a lynching tech.
Apparently, there's been a bunch of
mindset
things that are all been done at that building, including, I don't know, I thought Barbie or something like that. It's just, I don't know. When's humanity gonna get normal again and quit trying to be
Hannah Montana
stupid?
Was filmed there.
That's it. Hannah Montana.
I read the book. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, you're right, Dennis.
Yeah,
but
we're getting closer and closer to the last chapter, aren't we?
We are.
I have over the past day or two, I have watched a ton of first reaction videos from many different people. And I have yet to find one that even agrees with what the left is putting out. All of them go, we don't get it.
Yeah.
So, and if you look at the lyrics, basically all it's saying is if you try robbing and looting in a small town, they're going to fight back.
Yeah, basically what it's saying is people in small towns have guns and they're going to use them. That's basically what they're saying. Yeah.
They're going to defend themselves. So anyway, but yeah, that's and I decided I was going to use that song because I stand with Jason Aldean on this. That it's CMT loses either way because they did that to him. That song went to #1 like overnight.
What did they do?
Literally
Across
overnight.
the board.
Yeah, literally overnight.
What did they do?
Huh? They said, "Oh, it's too racist and promotes this and promotes that. We're not going to show it on the CMT channel, Country Music Television." So they quit showing it. Zoomed it right up to the charts across the board in a lot of different genres. I mean, come on. CMT's got to be saying, well, we made a mistake, but they're not going to apologize for it.
No.
Anyway, I quit watching CMT when they went the same way that MTV went, when they started doing reality shows instead of music videos. The only reason why I ever watched MTV or CMT, either one, is for the music videos.
Johnny Drone Flyer says those people who don't like it have never seen a rap video.
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
And that's another thing. Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah. All right. I said I wasn't going to be political. So
if you're not going to, if you got nothing else to do today, look at some of the reactions to his video. And I'm still looking at him. I haven't found a bad one yet. So anyway, I think Dennis is right. We need to get off that subject. I don't normally talk politics here, but this one kind of got under my crawl.
But to be fair, Rodney, you're starting to see the normal average people start to get pissed off and fight back a bit against just some of this just BS that's out there.
Yeah, I get that. I've always said I spent 20 years of my life willing to give my life to defend our Constitution and our people. And I believe that everybody has rights without a question. And if you practice something that I don't agree with, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm not going to agree with it whether you practice it or not. I just don't agree with it. And no matter what it is, it can be anything. It can be homosexual, it can be whatever. I don't care.
You can believe it. You can believe whatever. Just don't cram it down everybody else's throat.
Yeah, just do what you do, man.
Do what you do and leave everybody else alone.
But here lately, and I watched one guy, one YouTuber yesterday that was just tearing up The View. That guy was so funny. What was it? What is his YouTube channel's name? Hang on a minute, guys. Oh.
Yeah, there's something else along this lines, Rodney, that I like to tell people as well. It's a free country, right? But people there's an analogy that's out there that I think is 100% dead wrong. And it's like, oh, it's a free country, so you should always succeed. No, freedom is a double-edged sword. You're free to succeed. You're also free to fail.
Yeah. I mean,
It's your choice as to which way it's gonna go.
not everybody is going to succeed.
You know, exactly. It's not the government's job to ensure that you succeed. No, that's not their job. Their job is just to make sure that you have a choice to.
You have the opportunity to succeed.
The opportunity to succeed if you work hard and accomplish it.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, I can't find that guy's channel anymore, but.
So the lie is, oh, you should just succeed, and somebody should be there to make sure. No, they're not there to make sure you succeed.
You know, something else I've come to grow. Everybody that I've come to realize is, you know, people always push. You got to go to college. You got to go to college. No, you don't have to go to college. One of these days, no new buildings are going to get built. No cars are going to get manufactured because there's not going to be anybody to do it because they all got college degrees in, you know, whatever.
Education.
Mm-hmm.
Education or general arts or.
Yeah.
Now, tell me this. What's the college degree for? And I tell everybody this. What's the college degree for?
Well, it's to gain knowledge, but you got to be able to put that knowledge to work.
Sorta. It gets you your first interview. That's what it does.
Yeah.
After that, after you've had one job, you know what that college degree means?
Nothing.
Zero. Not a thing. The only thing they care about after that is what experience do you have and what have you done.
I like J. Paul Getty's formula for success. Rise early, work late, and strike oil.
That's a good one.
Unlimited Vertical has a good answer to that. The show that you can learn.
Yeah.
Well, Dennis, on those 3 points, I'm failing on all of them. I don't get up early. I don't work hard.
Johnny Drumfire says hit the Powerball.
No. I got one better for you, Rodney. Look in the private chat and pull that article up. This is an interesting article. This is a question that I keep asking people. Why SpaceX and everybody's trying to get to Mars? And most people kind of scratch their head. And the reason they want to get to Mars is because what's sitting in the asteroid belt. And this asteroid is just drop dead proof of what they're after out there. The value of that rock is astronomical. 10,000 quadrillion
dollars. Yep.
In one asteroid. Just from all the minerals that are in that asteroid.
That's interesting. I'm going to have to read up on that.
Wow.
This, I tell everybody this. You know, why do you get SpaceX and Bezos and the rest of them, you know, these private space firms? They're businesses. Businesses are in business to make money. So what are they after going out to space? You know, they really want to make humanity colonize Mars. Well, how's that make them money? What makes them money is mining the asteroid belt.
Well, that's one of the whole purposes of going to Mars is to see what there is to mine. Being Australia's, I mean, come on.
We could pay our entire national debt off by like attaching a rocket to that asteroid and just put it in orbit and go there. It's not Fort Knox anymore. It's not at Fort Knox anymore. The gold's not in Fort Knox. It's up there in the sky, right? Orbiting around and go there. There's our payment. Completely change the world economy when we get there and do some of this stuff.
Yeah, Johnny Dronefly wants that asteroid to land in his backyard.
I don't know. At 5 miles across, it might leave a pretty big hole.
Yeah,
it could be a bad idea, that, I think.
if it lands in your backyard, it's going to take your
Yeah, but with the proceeds, he could fix the hole.
Well, there is truth to that. There is truth to that. You just might not want to be there when it comes down.
That's right, yeah.
just rebuild, right?
But anyways, that's what they're after. That's literally what they're after. They want to get to
Makes good
Mars
sense.
so that they can get to the asteroid belt and really start mining the asteroid belt. The dollar value is mind-boggling, utterly mind-boggling. We'll have our first quadrillionaire. But I mean, literally, we could pay off our national debt and then some.
Oh, no doubt.
You can pay ours off here in Australia then, with what's left.
We could pay off the entire world's debt with what's on that asteroid.
Wouldn't that be good?
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
It'll ruin our gold mining industry, but apart from that, they're good. Yeah.
Anyway, chances are I'm not even going to be around when all that stuff starts happening. So
Yeah, that's right.
They want to land on Mars in mid-2030s, Rodney. So
yeah,
12 years, 10, 12 years.
I might be there when they land on Mars, but that they're not going to start mining the asteroid belt then. They still got to figure out how to get stuff up there to do that with.
I wouldn't be surprised if there are plans for that already.
Well, I imagine, there are, but even so, it takes time to get that stuff there.
Keep in mind what we just did this last year, right? We hit that one asteroid around, was it Jupiter, Saturn, wherever it was, where they practiced bumping an asteroid to sort of keep it from hitting the Earth, kind of thing.
Oh,
so
really?
we have the ability. We have the ability to adjust the orbit of asteroids for sure. So we could push them out and probably put them in Earth orbit or Mars orbit and get them closer to mine them and do things with.
If you could actually get them put into our Earth orbit, then I can see it happening pretty quick. But
so there's actually a scientist. I do way too much reading. There's actually a scientist that has come up with
wrong with that, by the way.
A really good solution.
No.
We know the Earth is going to be inside the sun in about 1 billion years, right? So he says he's come up with an idea, and it's actually a pretty damn good idea, and we probably have the technology to probably pull it off now, is to nudge an asteroid into an orbit that goes by the Earth that slowly sort of nudges the Earth's orbit out away from the sun. And he said you'd only have to do it like every 1,000 years and just sort of slowly move the Earth out. But we could literally change the orbit out to where it'd be like 380 days for a year around the sun to alleviate that problem of Earth being inside the sun. But that would also be a way now to help with global warming, right?
So
Slowly
did that article
nudge.
address what would happen to the weather when that started happening?
Well, you're not talking moving millions of miles every time you're doing it. You're talking like, every 1,000 years, move the planet a foot or two, right?
Hey, Ron.
Hey, Ron.
Morning.
Hey, Ron.
How's everybody?
Good.
Yeah, pretty good.
There's a rumor that there was a Ron sighting in my chat this morning, Ron. So
There was a rumor. Yeah.
I missed that. Sorry about that.
You guys make it tough. Like, you're 2 hours ahead of me, and I'm like, 4:30 in the morning. Good morning, everybody.
Well, I tell you what, Ron, there was no vote. There was no vote. If there'd been a vote, I don't think Rodney or I would have been starting so early.
Oh,
Back when I woke up this morning, I'm laying there thinking, man, do I really need to get up for this? And I'm like, nah, get up, Rodney. You got to get up. I mean, I go to work at 3:00 every day, every morning. At 3:00 in the morning, I head off to work, generally. So I'm always up really early. But
I
when
am
weekend
too.
rolls around, it's just so much harder for me to wake up.
Do you got any deer in your back seat there, Ron?
Nope.
No.
I had to look first.
I just wondered if they were chumming around with you now, riding to town. Hey, go stop by the shop and get some deer food.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mike, Copper State area. Good morning.
Yeah, I don't know if it's legal to bring them across state lines.
So, are you on your way to work, Ron?
Yeah, I decided to just come up yesterday. I didn't feel like getting up at 2 in the morning today, and I'm like, my whole house is in disarray right now. If you remember, 6 weeks ago, that water pipe that broke destroyed my kitchen floor. My contractor's there this weekend, and I had to completely empty my kitchen, all the cabinets. And the furniture. Oh God, it's a mess, and I go crazy with disarray. So it's like I just need to leave. so he's coming this morning.
Oh, okay. So let me ask you this: did you ever get things worked out with your current company about staying part time?
Yes. Funny thing, a lot has transpired in the last 24, 48 hours. I got a phone call from the new place. I got a start date and talked to supervisor here. I said, hey, I'm giving you 3.5 weeks. Does that sound okay? And they were very happy with that. And I said, want to say again, I'd like to stay in part-time. And he's like, yeah, we need you, especially right now. So it's a matter of they got to change a lot of stuff in HR paperwork and stuff. So the more I'm hearing about this new company, the more I'm liking. I had quite a chat with the supervisor yesterday. Holy smokes. Money is no object, apparently.
So the pay raises will come well, huh?
Yes. I already found out. What did he tell me? The one licensures that I have. He's like, oh yeah, Ron, I forgot. He said you get $1,000 bonus check a year for having that. I'm like, oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, it's my critical care license,
You're
and they
what?
provide all the education I need to recertify that. They just got a $4 million grant. They're actually going to take 3 of the older ambulances, kind of take them out of service, and they are going to take them over to the training center and use them for nothing more than training, with fully equipped with equipment.
Wow.
The ventilators that we use here, same thing they got there, and they're really happy to hear that I've already got 5 years experience with that particular ventilator. But I want to say corporate wide here, we've got, I don't know, 8 to 10 of them. They're not cheap. They've got to be $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a piece. New place said, yeah, we got 9 right now, and we just ordered 14 more. They're expanding. They said their employee expansion in the last 4 to 5 months has doubled. They went from like 50 some employees. He said they're up to 120.
Wow.
So there's room for advancement for me. Rodney, if it comes down to the point where my flying career is done, then, I'll be sad. I'll miss that. It's been my life for 25 years. But sometimes change is good. So,
yeah.
Big Cartwright says a new Mavic for Ron, then.
Yeah.
So that new place, Ron, that doesn't have any aerial ambulances at all.
What's that, Peter?
That new place you're going to doesn't have any aerial services at all.
No,
Okay.
it's all ground.
Right.
Yeah. But on a good note today, my bestest partner and his bestest wife made me my favorite no-bake cookies, which he just texted me and said, Ron, my wife hooked you up again.
Oh,
So I'm going to have no-bake cookies today. I love those things.
no bake cookies.
You've never heard of no-bake cookies?
No.
Oh, come on, Rodney. You guys have heard of no-bake cookies.
Mm-hmm.
I have.
Yep.
They're the ones you buy from the supermarket. Yeah, that's the ones.
All the cookies I get are no-bake cookies.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
Go to the store and
that's it.
buy them.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
With the,
No,
you know,
no-bake cookies are like, they have no-bake Toll House, don't they?
I think these are like the chocolate oatmeal. I forget what all is in there.
Yeah. Now that I looked them up on Google, I have had them. So I just never heard them called that.
We will see what the weekend brings.
You going to Minefield, Ron?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, heavens. No. Maybe someday I'd like to go there.
Yeah.
He goes to Alaska and he goes to work.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Alaska minefield.
Yeah, exactly.
Minefield.
See you guys.
Alaska minefield. Alaska minefield.
I think you've convinced us, Rodney.
Huh?
I think you've convinced us of
Yeah,
the
you
right.
convinced me. You had me at Alaska.
I had a coworker, but he was in Redmond, and he always did salmon trips every year up to Alaska to go fish up there.
Yeah, going back next August, I'll be back up there to put my arm in a cast. So
What?
I'm going to put my arm in a cast.
Medical reasons, right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I think my chair's beginning to squeak again.
WD-40.
You need me to send you more WD-40, Rodney?
Yeah, you made me too.
Was that you or was that your chair, Rodney? I'll give you a little WD-40.
Well, sometimes it's hard to tell.
Last time his chair started speaking a gun that way for about a year, and I finally hand-delivered WD-40 to him. Fixed it.
There you go.
And I sprayed it when I after Dennis left. I actually came home and I sprayed it, and it's been good all the way up until today. And now it's beginning to squeak again. Mudball Creative. Good morning, Don. Jerry Franks. Good morning. So,
hey, everybody.
but yeah, that was funny. Here, Rodney, here's a can of WD-40 for you. Oh, wow. Best gift ever. Best gift ever. That was better than receiving a Mavic 3.
Hey, you can use it as a flamethrower too if you want. So.
Oh yeah.
I've known people that did that, just playing around with the stuff.
Rodney goes to the doctor and he prescribes him a can of WD-40. Yeah, I do that.
You know, I have metal knees. I'm surprised they don't prescribe it for metal knees.
Well, I tell you what, I've been in a lot of pain the last couple of days. My thighs, upper thighs, the tops have just been painful, man. I'd go to walk upstairs and it's almost like they'd collapse.
Flying Flynn says he's
Flying
looking
Flynn.
on his phone.
Morning, John.
Hey, Rodney, have you noticed anything on my picture? The sun is finally starting to get above my roof.
Oh, yeah.
I'm starting to get the shade. Another 5 minutes, it'll probably be all shade.
I don't know
it'll be
why
back to
I was
normal.
looking at that picture behind you, or your background picture.
Oh, the background?
I
Yeah.
expected to see something change there. No,
I could change that, but no.
oh, that's fine. You're good.
So, yeah, like every morning for about an hour or so, I have to put up with the sun in the eyeballs.
I forgot. It's been so long.
I need Ron sunglasses.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know. I like that one.
Find a background with a piano.
That
and
one?
That's a tune.
Yeah. What the heck are those things in the background back there?
They're
geese, ducks,
Birds, I bet.
birds.
birds of some sort.
I think they're.
I'll tell you what, that's that whole area is rife with birds in the wintertime.
Oh, yeah.
I can do that too.
That particular picture was up in Pennsylvania, but Dennis is right. When wintertime comes, we have a ton of Canadian geese. I mean, there must be at least 3,000 or 4,000 of them every year.
Hey, speaking of critters,
There went the
Rodney.
sun. Do.
Yeah.
If I could pass a safety message on to everyone, I was just talking to one of my pilots last night, apparently a couple days ago, and it was on the news up here in the Badlands of North Dakota, up near Medora, which apparently is nationally known, little town of Medora, North Dakota, but typical tourists, let's go get a selfie with the bison. Bad idea. That it charged her. They said it ripped her open this wide.
Oh my God.
Like,
Wow.
They were fighting to keep her alive and just pumping blood into her like crazy because she was losing as much as they were putting in.
What?
Yeah, bison are not friendly animals.
No wild
There's a
animal.
reason they say don't pet the fuzzy cows.
Exactly.
No wild animal should be treated as friendly.
Yeah. But it happens in
not
Yellowstone.
Not even a little bitty rabbit.
Yeah.
Don't pet the fuzzy cows. That reminds me of John Travolta in Broken Arrow. Would you please stop shooting at the nuclear missiles?
Thermonuclear devices or something, wasn't it? Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Nuclear devices, whatever it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Thermonuclear devices. That's
Yeah.
what.
Well, there was that lady.
Stop shooting at the thermonuclear devices.
Yeah, speaking of Yellowstone, not that long ago, there was that video of that lady that, went over and stuck her hand or her foot or something into the freaking hot springs.
Yeah.
It's just
Really?
like- Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was in video. And people were standing there just laughing at them that they were even over there and not up on the path. How these two idiots didn't hello, you're not supposed to be there? What part of this is boiling water do you not get?
That's right.
I think that goes beyond boiling water.
No, they say it's about 170 something in that pool.
Okay.
Oh, it's boiling. It's over 200, over 212.
I'm sure in some places.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
apparently the spring she was playing in was about 170 something.
Yeah, it would be way over 212 because that's not pure water, right? And that there are a lot
Yeah,
of
it's not.
minerals in there. So to make that boil, it's got to be much warmer. Yeah.
Job security for me. You know, people do stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
well, we'll never run out of stupid people. That's for sure.
This is true. Well, speaking of that, that's what I got to go do. So take care of them.
All right, brother. Take care.
Have a good day, Ron.
Great to
All
see
right,
you,
guys.
Ron.
Bye, Ron.
Hope to catch you guys soon.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And I guess with that, I'll go ahead and end it. We've been at it for about an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right.
So
It's been fun.
I'm finally in the shade, Rodney. I'm finally in the shade.
I know.
Finally in the shade. It's time to go.
Now that background I like, Rod, with that car back there. What is that? A Camaro?
Yeah, it's a Camaro.
Oh.
Let's see here. 67.
Pity it's a General Motors car and not a Ford, but it looks okay.
Oh, who wants to find on the road dead car?
Wait a minute now. Camaros and Mustangs, to me, they were pretty equal.
Yeah,
I grant you, Camaros are GM product, but
I tell you what, in 2023, the Camaro still looks like a Camaro, Rodney. Can't say that about the Mustang.
In 2023, Mustangs still look like the Mustang.
No.
Yeah.
Have you seen the 2023 Mustangs?
Oh,
they look like a orthopedic shoe, just like a BMW.
Hang on. You're not talking about the electric Mustangs, are you? Because if you're talking about the electric Mustang, that's not a Mustang. That's a Nano or a Vega or it's a Maverick or whatever.
I'm sorry. I thought that's all there was. Is that I didn't realize that there was a.
I guess I distracted Rodney with my background.
Dennis, Dennis.
Yes, sir.
I typed up 1923 Mustang.
1923, yeah.
I did type 1923.
Why'd you get a horse or something?
No, I'm trying to bring the picture up, but it's not going to let me show the picture. Hang on, let me find a picture that'll let me actually share. No, okay, it's not going to do it. Never mind. It brought up one of those old roadsters from like the 1930s. So let me do this again. 2023. You might be right. I might not have seen a 2023 Mustang.
Anyways, Rodney, I have a 67 Camaro. It needs to be put back together. It's sitting in my mom's garage in Ohio. I blew the motor up at the drag strip 30 years
Where in
ago.
Ohio?
North Central.
Okay.
Just north, about 30 miles north of Columbus.
Okay. Taylor?
So I have a bunch of pictures that are sort of inspirational for ideas on what I want to do to mine someday.
Because Taylor's around that area. Taylor, Ohio.
As much as I hate to admit this, Dennis, you're right.
Sorry. But a Camaro still looks like a Camaro.
At least the taillights.
The new Camaros are not bad. They're not bad looking.
Yeah.
Did they come back out with the Camaro?
Yeah.
When did they do that?
Several years ago.
Been a while.
I thought.
They were gone for a while, and then they brought them back.
I know they in the like 80s they quit making them, and then in the 90s
no, they had them into the 90s. It was kind of maybe the late 90s, I think, or early 2000s when they quit making them for a bit. Because I had a 92. That was a nice body style. The early 90 Camaros.
Yeah, you're right. The 2023 Camaros do still kind of look like the 67s. It's got those familiar lines. Now, prior to 2023, the Mustangs looked like the old Mustangs.
They did. I mean,
but now they're going back to that
right?
rounding it off again, and that just doesn't cut it with me.
Yeah. But now it's an orthopedic shoe, just like the BMW X5 or whatever.
So is it like the C4 Corvette from the 80s? I tell everybody that car looks like a cheese wedge because that's kind of what it was. I mean, they took all the curves of the stingrays out of it, and it just looked like it was kind of a wedge looking little thing.
The
That's what it
shape of
looked like.
things to come, right?
It's
not
just like
competition from Triumph TR7.
it looks like a wedge. It looks like a wedge of cheese with wheels. That's what it looked like. It's like nothing special about that car.
Oh yeah, my son-in-law, my daughter's husband, bought him a brand new 2023 Corvette.
The C8s are
And
great.
not just the regular one.
Oh, he got a Z06?
I guess that's what it is.
Yeah, it must be the Z06. That thing
Yeah,
had a long waiting list.
In our top tier of motor racing here, they race Mustangs and Camaros, but they're all based on the same chassis, but with the Mustang and Camaro bodies on them, or lookalike bodies on them.
Oh,
I don't think it's a Z. I'm looking at a Z picture of a Z06, and I don't think that's the one he got.
It's a hard top. Has to be because
yeah,
it's got like 600 some horse, and
It looks like you can take the top off.
the one I like
Probably.
is the ZR1.
Yeah, the ZR1s always look nice.
Yeah,
ZR1.
Mhm.
ZR1.
I think that may be the one. No, not at that price. Maybe he got a low end one then, but I know it's really fancy looking, and it made me extremely
low
jealous.
end Corvette.
Yeah, $105,900 is to me is low.
Yeah. That's
I'm looking at a picture of one
that's-
that's $229,000,
yeah.
but that's a Z06.
So the right at 100,000 is sort of the loaded out with the tier 3 interior or the level 3 interior add-ons and stuff, and sort of the loaded out version of the base model is just over 100,000. The bad part of it is the dealers. Crap, the local Chevy dealer here, they had one that I looked at that was about 102,000. I liked it. I probably would have bought it, except for one thing. They had a $50,000 dealer markup on it because of the whole we don't have enough cars to sell crap. And the last time I went to the lot, that markup was still $25,000 down here in Florida.
So you're saying that with
On top of the
$100,000 car that would cost you $150 to buy?
Yes, exactly. Wow. And I was like, I looked at the dealer and said, you're morons. You might as well take that $50,000 and burn it, because that $50,000 is not going to show up in the blue book value in 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
These stupid markups that they did during the whole COVID thing because they couldn't get stock. All you managed to do was make all your customers really mad at you.
Anyway,
all right,
guys. Dennis, you have a good day.
You too. Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome.
I had a great time. Great to see all you guys and those people in the chat.
We'll see you in the morning.
All right. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye, Dennis.
You have a good night, brother.
Bye, Rodney. Bye, Hot Rod. Bye, everyone in chat. Shall see us again.
Later, Peter.
Later, Peter. Later, Rod.
Go
Army. Go Army.
Go Navy. Go. Anyway, folks, don't forget tomorrow morning, Sunday Sunrise, starting with Joan Bum and Charlie. I can't remember his last name now, but Drone Psyche. Joan Bum and Drone Psyche tomorrow for the Sunday Sunrise, coming to me here in Virginia after they're done. Moving on to Georgia with Dennis Lovelady, and then over to Chris Hope in Texas. And then after Chris Hope will be Johnny Drone Flyer with Jones and Coffee. Anyway, folks, you all have a great weekend. Take care. Love y'all. Bye now.